I did not have a master's degree. I ultimately accepted this offer, but first I decided to put my efforts into my first teaching job, remedial English at the Sydney Middle School. There's Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yankees 4, Royals 0, rain delay. You have been brought into a family of sports nuts. Your dad and Uncle Mike and I shared a passion for sports. In fact, I don't believe there's a sport your dad hasn't tried. As a child, I was not very good at sports. I was chubby, and my own dad didn't really understand sports. By the time I was a teenager, I slimmed down, and although I wasn't great, I could hold my own in most games. My earliest sports memories as a fan were the Green Bay Packers. They had won 2 Super Bowls, but I wanted to be loyal to my state, so I became a Giants football fan. This same loyalty prompted me to become a Yankee and Knicks fan. I later added Syracuse basketball to my list of favorites. However, only one sport really became a passion for me: baseball. A French philosopher once said, "Anyone who wants to understand the mind and heart of America had better learn baseball." So much of my adult life has been linked to a game I never paid much attention to as a child. I rediscovered the Yankees in the early 70s. They were not very good, but they soon would be. By 79, the Yankees had won 2 championships in the local youth sports league. Was in need of a coach. I guess one of the allures of the game is that everyone thinks they can play or manage it. I know I did. Soon I embarked on a career of coaching. My first team was a rather ragtag group of kids who had finished dead last that previous year. The kids played well, and I managed to limit my mistakes enough that in our final game we were poised to force a tiebreaker if we won. I believe that in each coach's life there is a moment that defines them. Mine came in that last game. A win forces a playoff, and I would have delivered a last place team into a championship game. Obviously there's a lot of hubris there. The truth is, we as a team were more lucky than we were good, and I was not a very good coach. But I had not figured that out yet. In the first inning, a ball was hit to my third baseman, Ronnie, and just before it reached him, it hit a rock and bounced wickedly up and grazed Ronnie's neck. At that moment, I yelled at Ronnie to, "Come on, you gotta make those plays." The words were no sooner out of my mouth when I realized I had made a terrible mistake. My whole team stood silently watching me. I felt like a real jerk. I asked Ronnie if he was okay, and he regarded me the same way one would a small dog that bites people. I sat down and didn't say another word all night, except to compliment everyone's effort. It was a valuable lesson. I think my fondest memories involving my own kids and sports. For years, we made summer trips to Oneonta to watch the Yankees' short season A team in the Nypen League. Your dad and Uncle Mike and Aunt Christina would get autographs, eat nachos and ice cream, and hope for a foul ball. I coached your dad and Uncle Mike in Little League. I can say it's not easy being the coach's son, because you have to work twice as hard. Still, the image of your dad legging out a triple, or Uncle Mike doing his own rendition of Wild Things, still make me smile. We rode bikes, learned to golf, play tennis, kick field goals, and play horse. It was the happiest time in my life. To finish the coaching story, I ended up doing 16 years of Little League and 2 years of 7th grade at Sydney. By the end of my second year at Sydney, I knew I was done. Hold on. Coaches really do have a shelf life. I still enjoy watching games. Your dad and I went to a Scranton Yankees game a few weeks before you were born.
Daddy, I have a book you can read.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's read it. You want to read this?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how interesting you're going to find this. We'll give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Part 1. His Immaculate Origin. Once upon a time, there was a Martian named Valentine Michael Smith. The first human expedition to Mars was selected on the theory that the greatest danger to man was man himself. At that time, 8 Terran years after the founding of the first human colony on Luna, an interplanetary trip made by humans had to be made to freefall orbits. From Terra to Mars, 258 Terran days, the same for return, plus 455 days waiting at Mars while the planets crawled back into position for the return orbit.
Wait, Daddy, wait. I have a book I can read.
Okay.
Like he can.
This book. This big book.
Ah,
This big book.
Okay.
Oh,
Daddy's yearbook book.
Yep.
oh.
You know what this says?
What?
Blackhawks 1995. Cutting loose.
That was a long, long time ago, huh, JJ?
Yeah. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we need to go to that game. We need to go to that game.
Yep.
That's it? That's all that the book says?
Good job.
We need to go to
Way to
that
go.
game. We need to go to that game.
Alright.
Oh,
What about a book from your room?
okay.
Okay?
I'll get one from my room.
Alright. Here.
What?
Beach. Sleepy baby. Sleepy one, baby.
Red book. Alright. Too heavy.
Alright. Okay.
I got this book. Can we read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You know what this calls?
What?
Future Taxi. OKKUS. I have you and the future scare team and a top scare team of Mazowski, and you got into a steamy location.
Yeah, bless you.
And you just went through a fly. And I went in right here. And I just had you into a few. Okay. Are you in that book? Are you in a top scare team? But I don't know what are you.
She's just tired, that's all.
She's just tired. That's
Come here.
all.
Come here.
Time to go night-night.
Mm.
Night-night, Soph.
Now, there should be